India and South Korea are holding bilateral trade talks today. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal and Korean Minister for Trade Han-koo Yeo will discuss bilateral trade-related issues. Now, the key discussion points for the meet will be the large trade deficit, market access issues, and non-tariff barriers faced by Indian exporters. The discussion will also feature investment-related issues. The meeting is expected to further boost India-Korea trade relations and mutually benefit both countries. The talks will broadly examine both the strengths and challenges found in the bilateral economic engagement. A range of issues will be discussed, including the performance of Indian initiatives to attract Korean investment. Improvements in free trade agreements like CEPA will also be assessed, and discussion will also center around integrating India's Look East policy with South Korea's new Southern policy. India-South Korea relations have made great strides in recent years. The trade between the two nations crossed $20 billion in 2018 for the first time. But business was hit in 2020 and thereafter because of the pandemic, which affected both countries. Bilateral cooperation between India and South Korea covers a range of sectors. This includes energy, electronics, shipbuilding, information technology, cybersecurity, among others. Now, in the last decade, the bilateral economic relationship has developed more rapidly than most. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Act East policy to expand engagements with East Asia. Similarly, South Korean President Moon Jae-in has announced his signature new Southern Policy Initiative. Korea and India have deepened relations under three pillars of people, peace, and prosperity. Both countries have set a target to achieve bilateral trade worth $50 billion by the year 2030. South Korea seeks India's prowess in IT software. It intends to synergize with hardware and manufacturing expertise. India and South Korea have also been working closely towards exploring commercial opportunities in space, defense, and nuclear energy areas. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Civil, gets you more on this story from New Delhi.
The India-South Korea trade talks happened today in Delhi. The primary focus was on the upgradation of the CEPA, which was signed between the two countries over a decade ago. The focus, of course, remains on reducing trade deficit. The India-South Korea trade relationship has seen a lot of increased engagement in terms of trade, over $20 billion of trade. And of course, there is Korea Plus as well. This is an initiative that was launched in 2016, a proposal that was given by the Indian Prime Minister that the Korean investors can come here in India. But primarily, the talks come at a time when India is trying to have pacts with several countries, including with Australia, with the UK, with Israel as well, and there are talks of starting talks with Canada as well when it comes to free trade agreement. And that is why today's talks shows the intent of New Delhi in terms of increasing trade ties with the countries around the world. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Civil for WION in New Delhi.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.